Welcome to STARCARD Podcast. Here at STARCARD Podcast, we're allowed to travel through time. No one's stopping Breakaway Ray. My name's Breakaway Ray. Thanks for tuning in today. Today is May 14th, 2026. It's a live tarot throw. Let's share with you what's on the agenda. First up, it's 3-Card Thursday. We're going to throw 3 tarot cards and divine a message from the tarot world. It's probably going to be special, probably going to have some wisdom, probably going to touch somebody who's tuning in, whether you're tuning in live or checking us out on a recording in the future. It's a timeless message. And after that timeless message of 3-Card Thursday, I'm going to share some thoughts on some role models from the 1980s and 90s. These are European leaders, Lech Walesa and Václav Havel. Be sharing some information about those gentlemen, those heroes. Then, check it out. I think I became reacquainted with someone named Zamna, a Maya teacher, caught it on the internet. And so I'm going to challenge Zamna's 4 illusions and invite the tarot world to follow up and coach me. I'm going to bust out the Instamatic Tarot. Remember the Instamatic cameras? Well, they have versions of them now too. But you take a picture and then the photograph would come right out of the camera and the 3 inks would blend together and show you the picture. Well, I'm going to use the Instamatic Tarot to take pictures of myself in these years. We dig time travel around here on StarCard Podcast. And then after all that, it'll be time for tarot for the audience. Yeah, I can't wait for tarot for the audience, but I think we're going to wait about 45 minutes. I had no idea I had this much to cover. So let's get started. Let's go to the tarot cam. All right, let me set up my table first, okay? Here we go. All right, so to start off today, I'm going to use the Craft deck, which is Rider-Waite imagery. Good news for StarCard Podcast fans. I got some new tarot cards coming in tomorrow, but I don't, if I do a show tomorrow, they're not going to come until after the show. But, maybe within the next week or so, I'll have some more new decks to share. I'm setting up the lights. Here we go. I got my schoolhouse. It says 3-Card Thursday there. I got my Organite pyramid, which you see part of, and I'm trying to get my lights behind the obsidian sphere. There we go. Cool. All right, 3-Card Thursday. Okay, I punched in on the clock this morning. I'm ready to throw cards. Let's hear from the tarot world. What's the mission on 3-Card Thursday? That's right. Give us all a mission on 3-Card. Did you just give me 3 cards? Well, it's going to be one of those days. All right. It's not going to surprise me at all if one of these cards is the Lover's card and this guy's feeling a little bit hot. I don't know what happened. Let's throw these cards. It's 3-Card Thursday. It's all for fun. It's for entertainment purposes only. First up. Oh, the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, guys. Here at StarCard Podcast, this is a representation of our mission objective, our business objective, which is we're going to mix it up. And we're going to talk about stuff. We're going to make people watch out for other people and listen to what they're saying and look at what they're waving around. Okay. Wow. The 2 of Pentacles shows up. We're here to juggle 2 worlds. We're living in Rockefeller's world, and we're trying to break away so we can join the rest of the cosmos. So, very direct message to us. Yo, 4 of Wands, the homecoming card. Welcome home to StarCard Podcast, where we mix it up while we break away, and everybody's welcome to have a good time with us. Yo, I think the tarot world is rocking already. Thank you very much, Tarot World. That was fun. I'm going to give these a toss. And then I'm so glad that was so prompt. We'll save some minutes here, right? So I had a long show yesterday. All right. Let's set up the table. I would like to get my notes. Stand by, please. I just lost everything. I'm going to turn off the camera a moment. But I'm still here. Don't worry. There you go. I know you missed the tree. Hang on. Here we go. All right. My name's Breakaway Ray. If you're new here, I used to work in a classroom for 33 years. Now I wake up in the middle of the night and I throw tarot cards on the internet. So we're going to get started with, let's see. Everyone knows I got notes. So I think we're going to start with geopolitics. In the last STARCARD podcast and several others prior to that, I've had some fun examining late 20th century geopolitics and discussing United States presidents. I believe I mentioned Mr. Reagan and the two Mr. Bushes and even Mr. Clinton yesterday and Mr. Obama. I know I said his name too. So today, I want to remind everybody about one of my favorite books, mainly because of one paragraph or one page. It's in Imperial Earth by Arthur C. Clarke. And I'm not going to read the selection to you, okay? But in this book, Arthur C. Clarke wrote this in the 1970s, and he wrote about planet Earth in the future where the world leaders, they are selected by an artificial intelligence. That was quite an audacious thing to think and say back in the 1970s. And now, you know, if you all want to be positive and uplifting and integrate artificial intelligence into our lives, maybe this is something that we're ready for, right? Could an artificial intelligence select the best leaders? So in Imperial Earth, what happens is the best leaders are selected, and then they're dragged into the leadership office, and they work really hard to do a good job so that they can be let out for good behavior and let someone else do the work. Okay. But when you're conscripted to lead a country or a region or a planet, okay, you have to say yes. You don't get to say, well, no, I got some billions of dollars and stuff I want to do. No, you've been selected, okay, because you agreed as part of humanity to keep the show going. And this is what your skills are best suited for. It's time for you to step up and lead. Okay. So maybe this is something that we're ready for right now. A lot of us would trust artificial intelligence to, you know, locate those qualities and not have like emotional ties or financial ties or be compromised in any way by other people. So anyway, just going to throw that idea up there. Now, I'd like to present to you, in case, you know, I realize that there's a lot of people who are mature and they were born in the 20th century like me, and they're educated and they keep up with current events. That's why I'm glad to speak to people here at StarCard Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I realize you're very intelligent. Nevertheless, I had to reacquaint myself with these two gentlemen that I learned about in the 20th century because I lived through these events. We talked about many shows ago about how Mr. Gorbachev, yes, Mr. Gorbachev and Mr. Reagan helped break down the wall, you know, the Berlin Wall and end the Cold War. But I want to tell you about two leaders who got the ball rolling. I mean, Gorbachev and Reagan get a lot of credit, but these other two gentlemen got the ball rolling, and they're the kind of people an artificial intelligence would select. First of all, one of them was an electrician, and I like that everyman profession. You know, it's someone who clocks in and does the job and clocks out like everybody else. An electrician in our country, in the United States, might be considered a blue collar job or used to be a blue collar job. I'm pretty sure that electricians are even more prized and for various reasons, and probably they're not so blue collar, and maybe it's blue and white at this point. You know, like a nice turquoise, a nice sky blue for the electricians. You know, good work, everybody. Okay, so one of them was an electrician, and this electrician went to jail a bunch of times. Okay, and then meanwhile, in another country, right about the same time, a playwright of all people, ascended to the presidency of a brand new country. So I'm going to hold up my little poster so that you can make a note, take a screenshot, okay, and look these gentlemen up. So in the black ink, in 1989, there was something called the Velvet Revolution, and that was in Czechoslovakia, which was behind the Iron Curtain. It was a Soviet satellite country, and it was under communism, and that was unfortunate. Nevertheless, a playwright named Václav Havel became the first president of the Czech Republic. So this was in 1989. At that time, I was just finishing up college myself, and I was an aspiring playwright just because I liked writing plays. I thought that's where I was going to go. I mean, I want to congratulate everyone in the theater, and I salute them, and I'm pretty sure that everybody realizes how much I love theater, but it almost looks like playwrights in theater are being phased out. I mean, for sure, like in 2020, when everything was shut down, not a lot of plays going on. I don't know how the recovery is going, but I did catch Psychic Liz Cross's interview yesterday with Godzilla and Godzilla's creator, and they projected into the future, and they said, you know what, in the 2030s, movie theaters are going to be extinct at that point because no one's going to go to the theaters. And then by the time the 2040s roll around, there's not going to be too many people reading books. There might be people listening to books, but not reading them. I don't want us I don't want us to lose our humanity. And part of our humanity is the arts and literature, and setting an example and a role model for the future about how you think, giving the future shortcuts, okay? Being able to explore your consciousness besides just muting it and letting someone program you on a screen. I'm so enamored with the people who enjoy StarCard podcast, but you guys should not be watching the computer this much. You need to get out and play. And I'll go even so far as to add this. This is something I thought of when before I turn on the camera. It's really hard. I mean, again, love the audience. Really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for subscribing. But for me personally, if I can't see your eyeballs, it's not so much fun for me. Remember, I was in the classroom. That's all I did. I want to say that was like all the compensation I needed was seeing the twinkle in the eyes of my clients, right? All right. So I was really inspired by the story of Václav Havel. Not that I wanted to be the leader of some kind of country, but it gave me hope that even a playwright could affect some kind of change. So I invite you to learn more about Václav Havel. Now, let's talk about the amazing solidarity leader, Lech Walesa. I didn't say that right. Lech Walesa, that's how we said it in the United States. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even close to studying Polish. I'm very sorry about that. I got the poster up here. Here we go. So he became the president of Poland, okay, from 1990 to 1995. That's right when I started my teaching career. And that's kind of contrary to what we're used to nowadays. What? An electrician who went to jail several times for protesting against communist leadership? That guy got to be president of a country? Okay. What do we get nowadays? Spoiled billionaires, or spoiled billionaires bribing other spoiled, compromised people to do their bidding? And I'm including Congress in that messy statement, by the way. So, hey, everybody, there's lots of role models. These guys are real breakaway guys. These guys are real breakaway guys. They were stuck in a civilization, their country, a communist country, where things were unnecessarily restricted. It was totalitarian. It was spiritual squashing, okay? And they helped not just themselves, but everybody else break away from it. These guys went to jail. These guys were in exile in their own country, okay? Give me liberty or give me death, said Patrick Henry. All right. Congratulations and thank you, Lech Walesa and Václav Havel, and our salutes to all the people in the Czech Republic and in Poland. All right. Let's move on. So today, I put in the description as a featured video, a video I saw yesterday while I listened to it, Howdie Mickoski. Oh, that guy is so awesome. The guy's one of my heroes. So Howdie Mickoski, I believe he's in Canada. But anyway, he read his own book, or is it the first chapter from his book? I can't tell. But it was about 45 minutes long, and it's called What We Lost. Now, everyone knows that title is going to draw me in, because I'm always talking about our lost previous civilization, the undoing of our DNA, yada, yada, yada. So I listened to it. I put it in the description. I invite you, if you're driving somewhere, or you got to be in the kitchen, because you're cooking, or if you got some chores you got to clean, let Howdie Mickoski entertain you with the way he thinks. Very beautifully written. And, you got to admire a person's integrity when he says, I'm going to record it myself. It's my voice. It's my words. Okay, so we've got that in there. Good, covered those guys. So next, I'm going to present this as a follow-up to yesterday's presentation about parent conferences with the teacher. But I'm not actually going to, I could, but I don't want this program to go 3 hours. Okay, I could generate a question for the tarot world to comment on my strategy or my experience, but I'm going to go ahead and allow you to digest the information and use it the way you want, because I think the main message I'm trying to share about the parent conference is the communication, and maybe you can see how the puzzle pieces I have resemble dynamics in your own life. So there are two parts that I didn't clearly express about the parent conferences yesterday, and I'm relishing the opportunity to go ahead and follow up today. First up, did anyone notice? I didn't notice because it's normal for me. It was natural. It made sense. It worked. It was effective. It was 100% more effective than doing it any other way. But did anyone notice that when I talked about parent conferences, I talked about having the student there at the parent conference? That seemed like a normal thing to do, and I never stopped doing it. I told my class, I said, hey, got to take this paper home so I can make an appointment for our parent conferences. For our parent conference, we do that in October. And also tell your parents, I want you in the conference. It's 20 minutes long, 15 to 20 minutes long. The kids get to see the grade book. They get to see what, their parent and the teacher are saying about them, but they get to participate in the conversation. How many times, even as adults, have you wished that you were in a conversation you missed because you wanted to chime in and say, no, wait, I got extra information. And now I'm giving a kid that chance, right? Because it's their life. It's their whole world going to school. So, and by the way, here's the funny part, the way things went in my career, okay, the more effective and successful I was, the more people tried to stop it from happening. It was like an unconscious thing. Parents for sure would call me up and send an email or whatever and say, Mr. Breakaway, my kid said that you want the kid in the conference. Is that right? Is that how you do a parent conference? I'm like, yeah. What good is it if the kid's not there? Kid's not listening. Kid's not telling us what we need to help her with. So yeah, I want the kid there. And then everybody I work with knew this. At the school where I worked, I was one of the longest standing members on the campus, right? Again, long career. Nobody worked there longer than me except for one lady. And that includes all the staff. And yet everybody acted like every year, the office would get a call. My kid said, Mr. Breakaway wants the kid in the parent conference. Is that true? And the people in the office said, what? What is that? They already went through this with me the previous year. That doesn't make sense. Mr. Breakaway, what are you doing? You want the kid every year? Okay, so anyway, it was very effective. Again, the kid gets to participate. The kid is, the whole conversation is demystified. The people that are the most important to that child are sitting at the table with him or her, talking about how we want to help and how we want to work together and what our goals are and where we're aiming you. Okay. Anyway, it was successful and effective. And obviously, when we're talking about transforming the student's life, it transforms the teacher and the parent too, right? We all acquire new skills because we're communicating, from one generation to another. We're identifying, we're holding hands, we're trying to bring that kid along. get that kid to maximize his or her potential. Okay, so the other part I didn't get to share about the parent conferences. This is one of my favorite parts. I mean, I would do this sometimes when I'm just talking to a kid, like if I'm working and I'm, what do you say, modifying a behavior or correcting a situation or helping a kid, or, like let's learn about due dates. Let's learn about managing our time, managing our tasks. Let's learn about paying attention, following directions, using our time wisely in class so we don't have to do it later. So, but one of the expressions I would use is like, eventually, and the kids knew this, okay, eventually, if they like veered off in the slightest, okay, they knew Mr. Breakaway is going to curve in. He does it to everybody, because if he didn't, everybody'd be running wild and throwing paper airplanes and using cuss words and eating lunch in class, whatever. So they all knew, like, I'm going to try really hard. And if I get off path a little bit, Mr. Breakaway is going to help me. And the other student might say, well, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm sure Mr. Breakaway will make sure I follow along. And then maybe someone else has got something else on their mind and they didn't want to be there. And, they got to be careful, because if they don't participate, Mr. Breakaway's coming back. So anyway, here comes Mr. Breakaway and I'm helping some kid. And then I say, if you do it like this, I'm going to have to come and, show you the effect. If you've got the cause, I got to deliver the effect. So, and this happens to everybody, right? I'm being fair. This happens to everybody. There's no special rules for special people in the class, unless I've got a 504 plan and messages from a resource teacher that I have to allow this or allow that with a certain student. They tended not to put those students in my room very much, mostly because those kinds of students would have to leave the classroom regularly, and the other teachers would rather have less students. And so they arrange it so they have those kinds of students. That's less grades for them and less kids in the classroom. So anyway, getting back to the general ed, usually I have like regular kids are stuck with me all day. Okay, but here we are. It happens with everybody. The kid that gets straight A's and the kid that's, skating by with C's. The kid that's really quiet, or, because everybody's got to grow and everyone's got to learn Mr. Breakaway's system. So in any case, what I say to them is, okay, well, you have to say to yourself now, okay, this is the enabling part. This is the empowering part. We have to overcome the negative reinforcement. So you got to say to yourself, if I know this and I know that, I'm never going to let Mr. Breakaway do that to me again. And I enjoy doing that one during the parent conference, because the parent is right there. I'm talking about myself in the third person. Does that sound uncharacteristic of me? Okay. But then the kid knows it's funny, but the kid's like in a trance, because I've already led that student through the progression. A plus B equals C. You can stop C. You can fix C. Okay. And so anyway, I like it because it's like a dry sense of humor, but then we really build upon it. I'm never going to let Mr. Breakaway do that to me again. How many times have you done the same thing, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, is this a speed trap? I'm going to be more careful rolling through stop signs at this intersection. What? Is that a narcissist? I already learned how to deal with those people. Sorry, cold shoulder. Okay. I don't need that kind of energy in my life. I don't have to explain anything to you. Okay. Anyway, there you go. The overcoming the absence of negative reinforcement. And of course, it's great to have rewards. Is nobody offering you a reward? Is nobody offering you a reward, an incentive? Do you trust a human? Do you want to be indebted to a human? Are you going to wait around until that cheerleader says hi to you one day? I'm talking to myself in high school. Okay, so no. Reward yourself. Seek out your own reward. Don't wait around for other people to activate your dopamine, okay? Go out and use your beautiful body. Exercise it. At least go take a walk when I'm done talking to you. All right. I'm done talking about parent conferences, everybody. I'm ready to move on to spiritual science from the Mayan Empire, a Mesoamerican culture. We're talking about Guatemala and southern Mexico. And I mean, while I've heard of this in the past, yesterday on my media fast, well, I came across a video of a presentation by a man who was It had a catchy title. Sorry, I didn't put it in the links, but I didn't even watch the program at all. Okay. I just asked the AI, beautiful summary. And I took some screenshots on my phone. Did you see that time, by the way? That's not a coincidence for me. Okay. Very good. Thank you, universe, for that reminder. So, but anyway, as we pursue our spiritual paths, there can be 4 illusions to overcome. So that's where I'm going first. Where is it? Okay. So here are the highlights, and we're going to ask the tarot world about this. I think I've got that right. Yes. Okay. So Zamna says that there are 4 illusions. And if you're a long time watcher of StarCard podcast, you're going to recognize some behaviors. Yeah. You saw it on your phone or on your computer. Breakaway Ray was demonstrating these things. Okay. Number 1 was quitting. Okay. I will read that out. Okay. The other is isolation, in quotation marks, the illusion that you are isolated. It's an illusion. Okay. Also in quotation marks, monsters and masks. I'll read about it from the AI summary, but basically it's like the sense of being overwhelmed. The monster's too big. Why bother? And the last one, all of us can identify with fear of making mistakes. So fear of making mistakes, I don't think there's anything. Of course, I'm going to say I don't think there's anything wrong with that. One of my heroes is Magic Johnson. And one of the things I learned about Magic is that he doesn't love winning as much as he hates losing. Okay. And I kind of identify with that. And I have a friend who is a psychic. And while she recognized that also, she did say it has, helped you to polish some of your raw talent or whatever it is. I mean, anyway, so we're going to go through these 4 things. I'm going to read right off of my phone from Zamna. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do a biography on Zamna right now. I only care about what Zamna's teaching. So I'm going to check my phone. Stand by, please. All right. Can I do it like this? Yeah, there we go. Great. First up, the illusion of quitting. The speaker explains that there is only one way to lose the game, which is to quit. As long as a person continues to, quote unquote, dust themselves off and move forward, they remain in the game. So no matter how bad it gets, if you get back up and go for it some more, okay, you're still in the game. All right. Kind of goes along with that idea of a failure to thrive, the discussion, that theme that we talked about yesterday. Okay. But the person that we're talking about who experienced the failure to thrive, well, he had a full century of thriving. It's okay. He had his fill at that point, right? All right. So next, the illusion of monsters and masks. According to this speaker, this refers to the belief that challenges are insurmountable. Okay. I don't think Vaclav Havel and Lech Walesa saw things as insurmountable, even considering the positions that they were in. Real breakaway role models. Okay. The illusion of monsters and masks. This refers to the belief that challenges are insurmountable. The speaker claims that while things may appear overwhelming, this is an illusion because with the help of the infinite Holy Spirit, all things are possible. Something else that we talk about here at StarCard Podcast. As Breakaway Ray is just figuring this stuff out. He's turning on the camera and talking about it. Okay. Sending my parents, sending me to catechism, CCD, Roman Catholic school. Okay. And it's paying off now. Okay. Because now I still care about that kind of thinking. Anyway, the next one, the illusion of isolation, according to Zamna. So the speaker says, the speaker highlights that individuals often fail to call upon the powerful help available to them, including divine guidance and support from their quote unquote soul group or community. He emphasizes that one cannot succeed alone and should rely on higher forces and human support structures. So there's a joke that I really like that was shared by Dr. Jeffrey Mishlove on New Thinking Aloud. That's a podcast, and I've linked his videos in the past in our description. But Jeffrey Mishlove tells the tale of, well, not the tale, he tells the anecdote that, if you live a life in Asia and you don't follow along your soul's path, you don't listen to your spirit and your soul's guide, your soul guides. Okay, let's start over here, Breakaway Ray. Okay. If you lived a life in Asia and you didn't listen to your higher self or your soul guides or follow your soul's path or follow your intuition, then in your next life, you get sent to live in the United States where nobody ever talks about that stuff. So that applies to me because even though I was raised Roman Catholic, no one ever really told me, you can ask for help from the spirit world. Okay, I'm just catching up after 6 decades. Okay, so that's one response I have to that idea of isolation. And that's all I need to say about that. And then let's see, there's a fourth one. Let's see. Oh, that was all 4? Oh, the fear of making mistakes. I don't think we have to, I didn't make a screenshot of that. But anyway, I think everyone gets that one. So wait a second. You know what? I got part of it here. Yeah, I do have it. The illusion, I beg your pardon, everybody. Here we go. I do have it. Yay. All 4. The illusion of fear and inaction. The speaker notes that the more one plays the game of life, the more skilled and wise they become. He warns against sitting on the sidelines, encouraging individuals to engage with life, even if it means making mistakes, to master their weaknesses. And even if it means messing things up, you still need to go forward. I mean, like, you just mop the floor, okay? You don't want to mess it up, okay? But apparently there's something on the other side of the room. It's a pressing, urgent matter for your soul. Yeah, but I'm going to mess up the floor. Doesn't matter. You got to go, take off your shoes, okay? Get your socks wet and walk across that wet floor, okay? Don't be scared. Don't be inactive. Again, there's no days off. There's no days off. So plan your vacation as part of your day. By the way, there is one more screenshot. We talked about the 4 illusions, and we hinted at the divine support, something that we always talk about here. So yeah, there's divine support and there's human support. Hey, I count you viewers and subscribers as human support. Thank you very much. I hope I get to see your eyeball someday. So rock on. Okay. Would I even be doing this if people didn't subscribe? Okay. You guys got me out of bed, and eventually I started laughing and having a good time. I get to use all my skills, for the select few who are wise enough to tune in. Okay. So thanks a lot. I count that as human support. Meanwhile, apparently I have divine support because I'm just throwing cards. Apparently the tarot world is organizing them so I can deliver helpful messages. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these 2 concepts, okay, the 4 illusions and seeking divine support and human support, and staying mixed up in it like the 5 of Wands guys, even if it's just, it's a new day, we need to get our wands out and start banging them around again. At least let's mix it up, okay? Well, let's ask the tarot world about that idea. We're going to go downstairs. Hey, that's a case where technology, my phone actually was worthwhile. Let me go put this away. Hang on. Good job, telephone. Oh, yeah. Am I changing decks? That's right. Oh, yeah. I'm doing Robin Hood. It was just 34:44 on my timer. That reminds me of what the clock looked like when I first showed it to you on the clock on my phone. All right. Sweet. All right, Tarot World. We heard from Zamna, and we know that there's a spiritual path, and we're all pre-programmed, but the programming goes way, way back before anyone in the 20th century was around. I mean, you can point your fingers at the Anunnaki. That's always fun. Those guys are so arrogant. I'm happy to irritate them. Anyway, I know they got the last laugh because they had a part in organizing my brain. Anyway, here we go. The 4 illusions we have to get past. Probably we have to get past them every day. Why do a podcast? I'm not making any money. Okay. What? I got to do this all by myself. Who's going to help? How come there's nobody around? And Monsters and Masks. There are so many people who throw cards on the internet. There's people that sit in their car and they wear a t-shirt and they have thousands of views. And then finally, you know what? I'm going to embarrass myself on the internet every time I turn on the camera. This is outrageous. But then don't forget, I could ask for help. Hey, spirit guides, I could use some help with this situation. And then, you learn from other teachers on the internet how to go about that. And I think this card wants to come out. And then let's go ahead and randomly pick some more. Did I even shuffle these yet? Here we go. Tarot World, what say you on these ideas? From Zamna, the Mayan teacher. The 5 of Swords. Yeah. 4 illusions, 5 of Swords, win at all cost. It's not fun. We all got to go in the ring. Some of us don't want to go in the ring, okay? I want to get out of I want to break away from the ring. I don't want to fight these guys. There's abundance. What are we fighting over? Okay. Yeah, 4 of Cups. I'm always reconsidering, but I guess we all do, right? We all realize that the civilization we live in right now is kind of vacuous. Am I using that word correctly? It's pretty empty. There's definitely something missing. Okay. This looks like every show on television, another crime show showing us how to get away with stuff. However, you call in divine support, right? Not all of us realize, like the Page of Pentacles realizes, divine support is available. And divine support can help us reach the 10 of Pentacles, the long-term security and the domestic bliss that we're looking for. Maybe not so much here on surface planet Earth, but in the long haul, spiritually, right? So the 3 of Pentacles says, don't forget to contact your spirit team. Don't forget to get out the communicator and contact the bridge of your spaceship. I'm not joking around, okay? We all have a team helping us. There is a spiritual world, and they all want what's best for us, okay? So what was this card? We've seen this guy already today. This is one of my favorite cards. The 2 of Pentacles. It's a very surreal, dreamy image with a bird boat floating in the sky. And what's this guy doing on a tightrope in the middle of, was he like at 35,000 feet? Okay. Talk about secret space program. Yeah, we're definitely trying to balance 2 worlds while we break away. But here we have, contact, divine support, domestic, local, nearby support, people you can touch and talk to, okay? Don't forget to contact support. And look at this. Here's your 4 illusions. Your 4 illusions on this side. And here's your fulcrum, okay? You're balancing the seesaw. Yo, Tarot World. Wow. All right. Thank you very much, Tarot World. I bet somebody will be thinking about that one today. Let's give these cards a shuffle. Oh, yay. Now we get to bust out the Instamatic Tarot. Thank you, Tarot World. Just want to say, I don't know if it's one entity or like a series of esteemed guests that keep on throwing the cards for us every day, but it feels like there's like a different flavor every day, or maybe, you could just be saying, Breakaway Ray, you're just getting better at it. So I'm going to leave the lights on for this part. I'm not going to mess around. Here we go. Oh, That was Breakaway Ray versus Zamna's 4 Illusions. Sorry about that, everybody. I mean, I did all that work. I wanted to show you. All right. So some of the tricks I've taught myself with the tarot cards is that, you can throw cards and receive a highest timeline reading. That's pretty much what those cards are for, to aim everyone towards what the highest timeline is, what is written in the life book, okay? And another one that I love to do is controlled time travel, where I write down the years and I ask the tarot world to draw a picture. But in this case, I'm going to use Instamatic Tarot on 3-card Thursday. I'm going to throw 3 cards for each of these years to show you pictures of me. Okay. And like I mentioned yesterday, if I throw cards and get an image of something that we already know, which we successfully did, that was yesterday, right? There was a controlled time travel, I think. Yeah, the economy one was yesterday. Okay. So if we establish ourselves with things that we know, then we can infer and extrapolate what it's going to look like in the future. So here I am. Well, let's see. I know that I want to take quote unquote selfies. I hate that term, by the way. I want to take self-auto portraits, okay, of me, because I'm interested, because my life seems to be in transition. What am I going to look like in 2028? Some of you are remarking to yourselves, Breakaway Ray, you're going to look exactly the same because you don't age. And the same for 2035. But I'm going to ask the tarot world to go ahead and throw 3 colors. Let's let them blend. Let's see what the picture looks like. So we'll start off with ones I know. Should we do 3 at a time? Let's do 2 at a time. And the imagery, I've been using this deck so much, so I'm just going to stay with it. I've been using it off camera too. I want to thank people who are still tuned in after 42 minutes. Here we go. All right, Tarot World. First up, hey, remember 1967? Little baby Breakaway Ray. He was so adorable. Aw, Gucci Gucci Goo. All right, let's get a picture of him with an Instamatic camera that didn't exist in 1967. Not for the general population. Hey, Tarot World. You got a baby picture of Breakaway Ray? Oh, I can't wait to see. He's so adorable. Little Christmas baby. All right, let's take a look. Wait a second. That card wanted to come out. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if that's part of the picture. Okay. 1967. Here's my baby picture, everybody. 4 of Swords, resting, relaxing, relaxation, waking up from a nap. Knight of Swords, already born, ready to gallop energetically and electrically toward the truth to defend others. That's the baby waking up from a nap. Oh, and to bring transformation, says the death card. Oh, that's baby Breakaway Ray. Even when he was just sleeping in his crib, everybody could tell what this baby was going to do. Not the baby. The baby didn't know, but okay. Well, what is this card for? The 6 of Pentacles. An exchange of energies. As a baby, resting, and then raising a ruckus and wanting to be fed. There's your exchange, okay? Just like a baby, sleep and eat. All right, cool. All right, I'm down with that. Let's try 1997. 1997, I'm 30 years old. I've been teaching about 7 years, but it was a big year. I did my first science Olympiad at the school where I worked. Of course, I was regularly doing plays every year with my class. I had just finished my master's degree in school administration, so I could go be a principal, which I never did. I'm never going to do. So anyway, you got a picture of me at 30 years old, because I don't have any in the photo album. Let's use the Instamatic camera. Dude, there's another card. Okay, all right. Let's try it. 1997, Mr. Breakaway, making a name for himself in the community. Well, that's because the 6 of Swords says he was being guided from rougher waters to calmer waters by a divine hand, and in this card, you can even see the ghost in the boat. Okay. The person in the boat does not realize the ghost is there. And that is true in 1997. Of course, I had no idea I was following some kind of soul path. I was just dog paddling and trying to survive. So I thought, and trying to have fun, if that was possible. And the Two of Swords, I'm a little bit of a crossroads there. I'm now that my master's degree is done, I've got a lot of tools. I don't know where to take them, but I'm all ready to go. I got a lot of credentials. I still don't know where I'm going to go. I think even in those days, eventually I'm going to have to leave this place because of the the growing negative vibration. By the way, I have not a revenge story, but a karma balance story. I'm not sure I'm sharing that today. But anyway, yeah, that was me. I was on my way to being the King of Cups. I'm not just a boss of people. I'm going to use the word quote unquote beloved. There's a lot of people who were fans. So is this me at age 30? I had no idea I was following a path and being protected and guided. I had a lot of tools, had no idea what to do with them. Okay. Nevertheless, I was being the best me that I could, and I was growing. What is this card? Yeah, in a way, I was on a new adventure. It's the Fool card. All right. See how this is going to work? Because by the time I get to 2028, 2035, I'm going to be understanding the language. All right. Thank you, Tarot World. That was a nice picture of me in 1997. Another school photo. Yeah, school photos. Lining up the kids from tallest to not so tallest. Remember those days? Standing on those risers for the group shot. All right. But now let's go to 2017. All right. So the promise of 1997 is fading a little bit in 2017 for Breakaway Ray. There's no solutions in sight. He is just learning that there's a lot of stuff he learned that didn't mean anything, and there's a lot to learn. He's completely unacquainted with what's going on. All he knows is that something doesn't feel right. And then there was, if you read the Convoluted Autobiography, which is the first book I published, it's listed in the description. 2017 is when a blue heron, Heron, a blue heron, showed up on our school campus, apparently to deliver a message to me. So anyway, 2017, let's see Disillusioned and Battled Breakaway Ray as he's advancing towards 2026. All right, Tarot World, you have keen insight. It's like Carl Jung is in the house. What a nightmare. Don't go to Carl Jung to be your psychologist. That guy has ESP. He can read your mind. You can't hide anything from him. Okay. Anyway, we're inviting you, Tarot World, with your expertise, your insight into my soul and my mind, and also my exterior body, etc., my 3D me. Can you use the Instamatic Tarot and show us a picture of me in 2017? So I'm turning 50. 2017, Mr. Breakaway. So, no, well, okay. How do I play this? All right, we're going to get an extra color. Yeah, yes, okay, all right. Well, it doesn't have to be exactly the same every time. Things change, things grow. Okay, 2017, the King of Swords. I'm getting to be a real big fan of this guy. The King of Swords is the guy that says, all right, first of all, I know the truth. I will tell you the truth. Okay, so what is the truth about 2017? Whoa. The Hangman and the Nine of Pentacles. I am so far into the teaching career. I'm almost at the end. And at the same time, I'm totally disillusioned, says the Hangman. So I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Hangman. So you're right about that, King of Swords. That's exactly right. He's all, let me tell you something. 2017, this is what you look like. And you started turning inward, says the Hermit. You're right. You're right. What's going on over here? You're still a King of Cups, Mr. Breakaway. Dude, all right. I think the tarot world is getting more and more fired up and warmed up as we go. All right, here's one everybody should be able to recognize. I don't even need to talk about it, right? Tarot world's on fire. Show me a picture today. Instamatic Tarot. With my white collar shirt, short sleeves, and my tie with the autographs of United States presidents prior to this century. I don't know. They're not all there, everybody. Mr. Obama's not on this tie. Okay. In any case, so Tarot world, you guys want to take a picture of me, please, with that Instamatic camera? Great. Here we go. Cheese. All right. And is there another one? We'll see. Wait, we'll do it right now. Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. It's a picture of me. Here's the Tarot world taking a picture. The Emperor. Somebody's in control of the camera. And who talks? Six of Cups. Having a good time with my friends on the internet. And I'm being dutiful and responsible. I tend to my garden in the fields as much as I can every day. I have a long-term view. Does that look like me? Does that guy look like he's wearing a tie, like an upside-down tie? Is this like the delivery of tarot messages that really brightens everyone's day? How beautiful. Thanks for recognizing my hard work. Thank you, Tarot world. All right, what's that? You are balanced on camera, and also angels are here watching over you. Thanks a lot, angels. You guys are awesome. We have angels in California. All right, so if I really look that good in 2026, Tarot world, please go into the future and take a picture of me in 2028. Please, yeah, go into 2028 and let's use the Instamatic Tarot. Take a picture of me so I know what I'm looking like. What do I look like? I better not see the death card. Okay, here we go. 2028. Whoa. All right. And is that the one? No, that's the one. All right, we'll come back to him, the Three of Pentacles, in a moment. 2028. I'm going to say I look pretty good. Apparently, I'm entertaining some challenges, but I have the higher ground. And by the way, I remind myself of that wonderful actress who played Nebula in the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And she was also in Doctor Who, but she was also in the Jumanji films, the latest edition. I'm sorry, I can't remember that Scottish lady's name right now. And by the way, this gentleman's wearing a kilt. But in that movie, she does like this, what is that? Dance karate where she beats guys up to music in the movie. Okay, that's kind of like what I got going on here. Yeah, everyone's trying to challenge me, and I'm making it look like a dance. And also, I look really awesome. I look pretty fit. All right, way to go. I got a good physical routine. I like it. Next up, wow. Ace of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is the walk away card. Ace of Pentacles is, golden opportunity. Something tells me I'm still doing STARCARD podcast because this looks like, Breakaway Ray, has a great opportunity, or he's still making it happen. Yo, really? I got to wait till 2028 for justice, huh? Cause and effect, balance. By the way, there's one side of the seesaw that I'd like to see balance, but there's some kind of promise here. There's some kind of promise in 2028 that justice is coming around. I don't know if it's coming at me or coming back for me. I prefer the latter. I don't know if I got something coming at me. Do I owe somebody something? And what's this card, everybody? It's the Three of Pentacles. It's because I've been building something with my new friends, my new teammates, the spirit world, my imaginary friends. They know the game plan. All right. Thanks for keeping it positive, Tarot world. Finally, how about 2035? Almost 9 years from now, I'll be heading up towards 70 years old. I want to see a Page of Pentacles, please. I want to see the Sun card. That's what I'd like to see. But yo, you have the Instamatic Tarot. Please go into the future. Take a picture of me in 2035. Thank you. What's going on? What do I look like in 2035? Still wearing ties and sweaters because I get cold. Still taking it slow, but walking every day. I got a different exercise regimen going on. But we're just asking what I look like, what's going on, not the world around me. 2035. Instamatic Tarot, 2035. Oh, sweet. Sweet. I'll take both of those. Thank you, Tarot World. Okay, in 2028, I saw some promise offered there, right? Okay, that is to say, I'm making things happen. I'm being active about it. Look what the Tarot World just gave me. Okay, because I was saying 2035. The King of Wands overcomes all obstacles, gets the job done, sees the big picture. And also, the Ace of Wands, there's magic in the air. And when you use my language of tarot, the big picture is there's magic in the air in 2035. There's magic in the air for you, Breakaway Ray. Here's a magical picture of you. Oh, the Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. Yeah, magic in the air. Well, okay, that's all right. Sweet. Oh, not that again. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands. I keep being reminded of the mission, Five of Wands. Okay, I already talked about it today. But there you have it. The mission is my Ace of Cups. That's my new life that's keeping me up all night. Even as I'm heading towards 70 years old. But I do have a Sun card. Everything's going to be all right. Woo! That's funny. I like that. Thank you, Tarot World. Is it time for tarot for the audience yet? I think it is. And it was just 56 minutes, 56 seconds on my timer when I checked. Thank you, Tarot World. I'm going to give these cards a toss. So much encouragement from the Tarot World. I don't understand why I wake up crying. Those should be tears of joy. Okay, let's get these aside. I want to adjust my lights. Time out. In case there's anyone new, here's the part of the show where I scroll through the chat and I say hi to people who are here. And then I pull out the name tags. That helps me keep track of the readings, the tarot card readings. If you're new and you don't have a name tag, I'm going to make you a name tag, okay? And then I'm looking for capital letters, like I see right away, one from our friend Namira. Hi, Namira. Capital letters are the messages that I'm looking for, if people have particular requests. Otherwise, the Tarot World knows what you're interested in or what you want to hear, and everything will be all right. You guys saw the Sun card just now, all right? So let me scroll up and start saying hi to people. Again, hi, Namira. Let's see how many continents I can get today. Again, South America, Asia, Antarctica. You guys are going to have to pick up the slack over there. Whoa. Okay, this is why I don't read the chat during the show. There's a lot of writing there. All right, hey, Lisa Talcott's here. Hey, Lisa Talcott. All right, Woo Rider Derek. Hello, Derek. Thank you for tuning in. You King of Cups, you. Good for you. Spider Bite's here. Hello, Spider Bite. Thanks for joining us. I wonder if Mark is here. I'll look for your capital letters. Let's see. Yay, Chris crochets a lot. Team San Diego. Right on. Thanks for joining us. Creme de la Rose is here. Hi, Creme de la Rose. Good morning, Arizona Raven. You're up early. Aji Dezu. Hi, Aji Dezu. Thanks for joining us again. Yay, Danica Crabtree's here. Hi, Danica. Hey, Salama's here. All right, Salama, I see your capital letters. Way to go. Okay, got it. Hi, Arwin. Thanks for tuning in again. Heavenly Cups is here. Way to go, Heavenly Cups. Way to go, Team Africa. That's awesome. Okay, let me get out the name tags. I don't believe we have any newcomers. Oh, I got to do that thing. Hang on, everybody. Yeah, I don't want to take for granted my friends in Europe. Europe, you guys always represent. You guys are like more StarCard than I am. Thank you, Team Europe. All right, so I drew the line, everybody. It's like a soft boundary, but it's feeling pretty firm right now because we got a lot of people who are requesting readings already. So if you come in after the line, it's kind of like up to me if I can fit you in. I'm giving myself permission to say yay or nay after the line. But for everybody else, I'm so happy that you invited me to read. If you invited me to read, and I'm going to get out the name tags. If you don't want a reading and you just came to hang out, okay, you could say like tarot yield or no tarot thank you with all capital letters. I'll see that. All right. I've got some name tags. I'm not sure anyone is in the heart pile today, but definitely I got some shamrocks here. So let me get a light. And can't forget our friends down under in Australia. We always have a strong contingent from Australia. So like I always get like Australia, North America, and Europe, right? That's a great triumvirate of StarCard podcast. Like if this was Parliament, we would have the majority. But I would like, of course, I'd love to see viewers from around the planet. Everybody's welcome. All right, that's enough of that partisanship, Breakaway Ray. I'm just so, I mean, come on, it's phenomenal. It's a miracle. How am I able to talk to people all over the planet like this? Never would have thought that would have happened. Okay, here's Arwen. Here's Salama. I'm not sure if there's anyone else in my shamrock pile. I just saw God's Flows, Shamrock. Hi, God's Flow. Thanks for watching. Okay, so if I made a mistake and you have a shamrock, let me know in the chat. Now I have some schoolhouses and cats. So Lisa Talcott, I saw your message in the chat yesterday and you were interested in a cat. So I made you one. So Lisa Talcott. And then Chris crochets a lot. Creme de la Rose has a cat. I didn't notice that Mark was in the audience. I did see Aji. Here you go, Aji. I'm going to check the chat again to verify that people want these readings. All right, now the schoolhouses. Arizona Raven. Danica Crabtree. You're welcome, Lisa. No Mark today. Thank you, Spiderbite. Please tell him I said hello. You know what's beautiful about that? I just said it on video. Hi, Mark. He could watch it over and over and over again now. He's like, he could show it to people on his phone. I got a friend in America. His name is Breakaway Ray. Check him out. Hi, Mark. You're a cool dude. Everybody should know you're a cool dude, Mark. So says Breakaway Ray. All right. Let's see. I got more name tags here. Heavenly Cups. I don't see Kimberly Bamford, but I'm sure she's going to watch. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you, Spiderbite. So, Lisa, I got your schoolhouse, but I'm going to put this in your mailbox, and you could take it home. That's what I would have said if you were in my class. You got a cat. Maybe I should hold on to it. Anyway, don't worry. We can always make a new one and whatever. Who else we got? I know Derek's like at the bottom of my pile with a W alphabetically. But I've got Namira right here. There's Spider Bite. And Woo Rider. All right. That really is a lot of readings. I'm grateful to everyone who invites me to read, but I think I got to cap it. Whew. I mean, but how wonderful. You can't buy an opportunity like this. So wonderful. I just set up my own class for training myself how to be psychic. So you could do the same thing. What are you waiting for? Turn on your camera. Let's review. Okay, good. I'm glad I made a mistake there. That was a lot. Woo Rider, Spider Bite, Namira, who's talking about moving, Heavenly Cups, Danica, Arizona Raven, Aji, Creme de la Rose, Chris Crochets, Lisa Talcott, Salama today at work, and Arwin. So there was 2 requests that I remembered. I'm going to go through the chat one more time and just see if there's any other requests, just to check. Ooh, Creme de la Rose, Golden Deck. Okay, stand by. Oh, and Spider Bite wants the doors. All right. So yesterday we used a Yesterday, we used the dark foil and Creme de la Rose. You asked for my brightest foil. So this is what I call the light foil, I think. So yeah, the most golden deck is what you asked for. So let me put your name tag with this. That's right. We get it all stacked up and then we pull the string and let the top spin. So Creme de la Rose. Okay. And then Spider Bite, one of the Tarot, the 78 Doors. This deck is hilarious. It's hilarious. Salam had a specific request, and so did Namira. I'm still checking. Well, you know what, Spider Bite, I just saw your comment about attending Roman Catholic Girls College. And I just want to say that attracted my attention. My mom went to a Catholic college, and I believe it was for females. And back there, that's a Madonna and Child statue. Okay, but then right there is like a cup from 1963 from Cabrini College. Cabrini, Cabrini. I think it is in Radnor, 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 Pennsylvania, which I think is not too far away from where Rob Khalil of the Typical Skeptic podcast is. So anyway, just bonding over the Roman college deal, the Roman Catholic college thing. All right, let me keep on moving on here. Okay, so hi, Aji. I'm checking to see if you had a particular request, but I don't see one yet. Not yet. All right, I think I got the particular request taken care of. Wait a minute, what happened here? Great. I'm going to start with Salama's day at work, then Namira's move, and then the special deck requests. Here I go. All right, we're doing good, everybody. Hang on. I think that works for me. Okay, Salama, a throw for the day at work. All right, Terror World, Salama is back. All right, very good. This is Salama's day at work. Let's see a timeline and maybe a tip, right? A timeline and a tip. So I feel like you're, see, I've got my eyes closed and I just had this sensation like you're moving through an office, not to say it's a literal office, but you're moving from one place to another, to another, to another. You're making a right, you're making a left, you're making a right, you're making a left, you're turning here. I'm not sure if that means anything, but anyway, we're going to shuffle one more time and we're going to get a timeline and then a tip for you on navigating this path. These cards are for Salama. Her day at work, please, the timeline, and a tip. We have a tip for Salama, please. Thank you. All right, Salama. Hey, everybody, this is for entertainment purposes only. Salama's entertained. That's why she keeps inviting me to read. Let's have some fun, Salama. Your day at work. Here's what it looks like. Whoa, the hangman. We're going to take a look at things differently. Wow, I'm going to say good for you. That's awesome. You have some kind of different perspective or mindset about how you're going to navigate. I admire the idea that I perceive, which is like you like to plan ahead. That's something I like to do also. Okay, there's no need to like just let things wash over us. We like to plan ahead. I want to know what's happening today. Yay, the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to treat this brand new day the way the Page of Pentacles handles things, and I'm going to read about the Page of Pentacles for you right now so we can both be clear on it. I need to memorize that anyway, so let's read it. Adjust some light. The Page of Pentacles. You are hardworking, right? Your day at work. You are hardworking, practical, and responsible, sticking to the routines to accomplish your tasks. With focus and drive, you make progress. You are working hard for what you want and finish what you start, achieving your wishes and dreams through perseverance and determination. You are loyal and trustworthy, but you can be a bit stubborn in your relationships. Hey, I didn't say that. That's what it says in the book. In any case, even though the book said that, it's worthwhile to wonder, is that the way we are perceived? I know that, I wish I could correct perceptions of me all the time, and there's nothing I can do about it but dress up nice and smile and try to make a good first impression. But anyway, we're not done with your day at work. Let's take a look at this timeline. Yay, the Temperance card, balance, and the Fool card, it's a new beginning. Okay, have another look at your whole work situation with the idea of temperance in mind and balance. You might want to count all the ways things are balanced in the temperance card. There's balance like in multiple ways. Basically, it's saying just be cool. And the Fool card says, the Fool rhymes with cool. It's a new adventure. It's a brand new day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Everything that happened before, it's yesterday, it's past. But anyway, your tip for the day, the 10 of Cups. Woo, I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved and happy for you, Salama. The 10 of Cups says it's a dream come true. Your day seems to have a lot of promise, and it all has to do with the way you view this special, precious pentacle and the way you hold yourself with the poise of the Fool and the Temperance angel at the same time. That makes it all a dream come true. Yay, Tarot World. That was a beautiful message. Thank you. Good luck, Salama. Have a good day at work. See you next time. Thanks, Tarot World. That was so pretty. Let's see who's next. Oh, dude, we're going to do the spider bite? No, wait. We're going to hang on to spider bite a second. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take care of Namira's request about moving. As long as I still have this deck. You know what? Hang on. Let's get the Ethereal Bloom deck in the mix here. All right. So, hey, Tarot World, Namira on Team Europe out in the Netherlands is curious about the concept of moving. Well, Tarot World, I hardly need to say anything else. Do you have a message or a tip for Namira about moving? These cards are for Namira. What's going on with the move? These cards are for Namira. These beautiful cards. And I don't know which magician is sending these messages out, but I'm loving. I'm going to like this episode myself. Okay, so here we go. What's going on with the move for Namira? The Queen of Wands. Well, be courageous and determined. Have a zest for life. The Queen of Wands is also a mystic, by the way. I also want to say she has joie de vivre. She has a zest for life. She's all about carpe diem. That's why she's all dressed up and ready to go out and paint the town red. She wants to meet people, form connections. Okay, she wants to network because she wants to do stuff and stay active over the next couple of days and weeks. All right. Okay. Well, I'm really focused on the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I've said many times on the show, I'm infatuated with her. She's awesome. Okay. Next up, the Tower card. Maybe we need to clean a closet, or you know what? Things are going to fall apart because they're supposed to. I mean, I don't know if you have an automobile, but I do. And if you just, it's hard to keep up. Eventually, it runs down. Appliances more and more nowadays break down. In fact, the world is in such flux right now that it looks like things that were around for a long time, they don't even work anymore. The puzzle pieces don't even fit anymore. That's not a problem for her. Yay, the Nine of Cups says it's a wish come true. Thank God that's over with. I kept my chin up the whole time. I made it through and I still had a good time. I had fun despite everybody else messing it up. And look, I'm the last one standing. What a wish come true. Yo, the Emperor card. It means I was in control the whole time. I was in control the whole time. This is about moving. Yo, this sounds promising. And the Four of Cups says, well, you know what? I would encourage you to learn more about the Four of Cups. This looks like someone saying, I'm ambitious to move and I have the ability, and it could be a wish come true. And I think what the Four of Cups is saying is that that's your mindset right now. You're actually thinking about it. I'm not sure that there's any kind of advice except to say that this might be a reflection of what's going on in your mind. Let's draw one more card, Namira. The Knight of Cups. It's the knight in shining armor. It sounds like it's going to be a good thing. This is for entertainment purposes only, but how you like them cards? Look at the Tarot World showing off. Finish off with an encore card like the Knight of Cups. Well, thank you very much, Tarot World. Hey, everybody. Did you guys like this video yet? I know you guys like the Tarot World. Let me give these cards a toss. Hey, Kimberly Bamford's here. All right. Thank you very much, Tarot World. We're going to keep that deck hot. Let's go to Creme de la Rose. Whoa. All right. That deck's going to cool off a minute. We're going to go to Creme de la Rose because we have a YouTube unboxing video. It's Breakaway Ray's light foil deck. Right on, Namira. You are welcome. Gold foil tarot. Oh, what a pretty picture. And the book. All right. Creme de la Rose. I think you were looking for something uplifting. I think the tarot world has just what you need. This reminds me of the song by the rock group Kiss, Calling Dr. Love. or how many songs can we think of where, they talk Love Potion number 9, I Got the Medicine You Need. Anyway, Gregory Isaacs, Night Nurse. Anyway, here we go. Lisa Talcott likes it when I talk about music. Yeah, it's fun. Why not? Music's so beautiful. Whoa, is that the card? Okay, hey, Creme de la Rose, check out these beautiful shiny cards. All right, how about a shiny message? Okay, first of all, let's all be enthusiastic and celebrate and stand up and give a standing ovation for the beauty of this card, the Eight of Swords card, which is my card that says as much as you can imagine. So this is a great way to start off the sentence. Oh, the Two of Cups. I'm just going to stick with Breakaway Ray language. As much as you can imagine, the Two of Cups says, hey, Creme de la Rose, here comes a message from the spirit world for you. The spirit world is making a collect call. Will you accept the charges? Yes, we will. Here comes the message. Yay. Have an Ace of Cups. Should we read about the Ace of Cups? This is exactly what you requested, by the way. This is exactly what you asked for. Okay, so here comes the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, a time of new beginnings and new relationships, usually in terms of love. You will be feeling happy, positive, and good about yourself. This is a time of joy, compassion, celebration, and creativity. Now is a good time to begin new friendships and get out there and socialize. Well, this is the Nine of Swords, which might be a physical representation of where someone is at, right? But we wanted a message. Yeah, this is very simple. This is a great reflection. We got the message. As much as you can imagine, your spirit team is sending you this message about the Ace of Cups. Go read more about the Ace of Cups. And you know what? As long as you're like up at night or you can't sleep or you're worried about something, whenever you have that situation, go read about the Ace of Cups again. Okay? So we could turn this card upside down. I still like the card. It's so beautiful. Nice call, Creme de la Rose. So your last message is, we just saw this one a moment ago, the Temperance card. Be balanced. Be balanced. Let's read about the Temperance card. You are being invited to stabilize your energy, to learn to bring about balance, patience, and moderation in your life, and to allow the life force, look at how these cards are lined up, one on top of the other. That's your life force. Okay? All right. You are being invited to stabilize your energy, to learn to bring about balance, patience, and moderation in your life, and to allow the life force to flow through you without force or resistance. You should take the middle road, avoiding extremes, and maintain a sense of calm. Hey, Creme de la Rose. It seems very supportive. It's exactly what we asked for. An inspiring message right from your own spirit team. Thank you very much, Creme de la Rose, for inviting me to read. Let's give these cards a toss. Way to go, Tarot World. Got some real artists in the spirit world today. All right, Creme de la Rose, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Now, Let's alter our consciousness with the Doors deck. That's another unboxing video. Here we go, Spider Bite. Wow, your comments in the chat sometimes seem almost as surreal as these Doors images. Yay, right on, cool. You're ready, I'm ready. Oops, let me get the book back in the box. Yeah, everybody. I just saw Creme de la Rose's comment too. Spider Bite, Creme de la Rose likes the Doors deck. I think it's fun. Thanks a lot for requesting it, Spider Bite. Thanks for inviting me to read Spider Bite and having little StarCard podcast parties with Mark. I don't know if you guys cook up some popcorn or... Here we go. These cards are for Spider Bite. I got to be careful. I don't want to pull out like a cluster of Doors cards. I'll have like a schizoid embolism. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay, I guess I pulled out a lot. Let's go for it, everybody. Woo! I got my magnifying glass ready. All right. Oh, they're so beautiful. The colors match the tabletop, right? This tabletop, by the way, is scrap from a flooring project. Wait a minute. Okay. First up. Yay, it's the Queen of Swords. It's the Queen of Swords. You can make of that image what you want. The Queen of Swords in Breakaway Ray language says, you were right. Let's find out what Spider Bite was right about. The Eight of Wands talks about something happening right now. It talks about travel, talks about flight, or something coming in right away or presently. Again, you can make what you want of these images. Seems really realistic. You know, I know it's just a cartoon, but I mean, they all seem like realistic images because after you look at them for a while, they become real. What am I looking at now? Seven of Pentacles. Okay, cultivation, growing things. You could see, is that somebody out there in the field? What's going on? Yeah. Oh, wow. So the young lady is letting a bird out, and in the field, you could see some men are toiling in the field. Cultivation. So you were right, because right now you're cultivating something that the Ten of Wands says is a lot of work. We've had this card for you before, Spider Bite. Like I believe that child that's looking at the man who appears to be like a mime trapped behind a glass door. Okay, I thought that like that child reminded me of your energy a little bit. You see the things that other people don't see. Yeah, you were right. Not everybody saw it, but you saw it right now. And you've cultivated this gift. You've been doing this your whole life, right? You go around. I mean, it's not just with me, right? I realize I don't see everything, right? I've got my limits, but you can see things other people can't see. Am I right? I don't know. Let's continue. Oh, yeah. We're talking about vision. Check it out. It's the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, talk about vision. It's a blind man walking with a cane, using his third eye so he can find his way. But the Four of Swords is the dude that says, relax. Don't worry about this guy, relax. By the way, it also says, relax, take a nap. Rejuvenate. And then you got a double at the end. What am I looking at here? Yay. Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Oh, Spider Bite. You understand this reading way better than I do. So the Ace of Pentacles, I believe we've had that one before. That lady has the keys to a new mansion. So congratulations, Spider Bite. Okay. And then also you have the Empress. And the Empress, should we read about the Empress? You found your way to this great tandem of energies of the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. You found your way, but not with your regular vision. And you were right the whole time. You cultivated it now and for a long time. Okay, great. So, but let's read about the Empress. Am I belaboring it too much? But it feels like a complete reading here. Here you go. The Empress. There is beauty, abundance, femininity in your life. There may be a new opportunity, romance, art, or new business on the horizon. Focus on your senses and on creative expression. You will experience pleasure and deep fulfillment. Congratulations, Spiderbite, and thank you very much for inviting me to read. Okay, I just saw that Nancy is out there. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I'm going to set these aside. And I think I'm done with particular requests, and it's just on to the regular readings. Yeah. Okay. So I've got Aji Dezu here. Aji, I'm not sure if you had a specific request. I'm happy you're here. I think you had a successful, positive reading last time. So let's get you a reading. I mean, Seven of Cups shows up right away as I'm cutting the deck to shuffle. Seven of Cups talks about, cultivating things, taking that tiny sprout and cultivating it and weeding out things that are going to feed on the nutrients in the ground. You don't want that plant, that growth, to have to compete for all that positive energy that the earth sends us and that the cosmos provides. So here we go, Aji Dezu. Having said all those crazy things just now, I'd like to share some cards with you. We'll just go like that. Thank you, Aji. Here we go. First up, wow, the Ace of Swords. How about a lot of truth? All right, cool deal. Three of Cups. It's the Three of Cups. It's a celebration card. Hang on a second. Let's see how this goes. Whoa. The Death card, which talks about endings, beginnings, and transformations. Oh, is it May already? Wait a second. And the Eight of Cups, walk away. So I wonder, Aji Dezu, I'll just tell you how it looks to me. The truth is that we're ready to celebrate because something's coming to an end, and we're all going to walk down the aisle and receive our diplomas. Maybe there's some kind of adventure that's closing out for you. And you went from, the Seven of Pentacles, which we cut for, right? And now you have the Eight of Pentacles. And let's read for you about the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take repetitive tasks, long-term commitment, just what you're ready for if you're graduating. I don't know if you're graduating. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. This is a time of hard work, commitment, diligence, and dedication. You are developing your skills through repeating tasks to achieve mastery of your craft. You are methodically working towards something you want. You are on the brink of achieving great success and fulfilling your ambition. Graduation's right around the corner. Congratulations, Aji. I don't know if I got it right, but there you go. Yeah, you already graduated. Congratulations. Yeah. I see you. I see you have a message that you're wishing that something would come to an end. So in honor of that message, let's see if the tarot world would like to follow up. There's something Aji would like to come to an end. I mean, I realize that graduation, like from school, is a formal event. Whoa. Here we go. Yay. Aji, this is tarot world magic for you, okay? You got the Queen of Wands and the Tower card. The Tower card says it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. And then, in the spirit of the last reading we did together, okay, you may as well enjoy and be and personify the Queen of Wands energy. You know what? There's like a, I don't know what you would call it, but there's this idea that to get revenge on people, you live your highest timeline. You go ahead and live the life that you enjoy without any regard to what anybody else has to say. And guess what? All right, it's over. The Queen of Wands wins. Good luck to you, Aji. Thank you again for tuning in and inviting me to read. We're all wishing you a lot of luck. We're on your side, dude. All right. Thank you, Tarot World. I know you know what you're talking about. Next up, hi, Arizona Raven. Let's throw some cards for you. I'm going to rotate around. As I got all these decks I got to work with. I'm going to go with the craft cards. Thank you, Tarot World. Look who showed up again. Yeah, you're welcome, Aji. I appreciate your comment. Thank you very much. All right, here you go, Arizona Raven. I wonder if that Temperance card keeps showing up for me as well. I mean, I'm like, hey, come on, Tarot World, what do you guys want from me? Anyway, here we go. These cards for Arizona Raven. You're on fire, Tarot World. Keep it going. Here we go, Arizona Raven. These cards for Arizona Raven. Okay. Wow. Another version of the Nine of Swords, Arizona Raven. I mean, what did I get you up early with a notification? StarCard Podcast is going live. It's the Seven of Wands. You know, you got some challenges that you're trying to work out in the astral, you know, because you're so busy during the day. Yay. Ooh. See, this guy with the challenges, he's got the higher ground. He can handle it all. If I was him, I might turn around and run away from 6 wands. But no, again, he's got the higher ground and he's got skills. He's taken on all these challenges. It's not an issue. Okay, that's going to get done. And then check it out. Again, we were talking about how maybe like, you're in your mind, in your spirit form, you're busy solving problems and making decrees and organizing your corner of the planet with the Moon card and the Empress card. Wow, the Empress card. So wonderful. Okay, next up, the Three of Wands. You're doing it all. The Three of Wands, while you're thinking of the future. You're planning ahead. You have foresight. Again, more stuff that's going to get done. Okay, you've got all the wands. You've got the tools. You're the one who executes the plan from your higher self, who is the Empress. So, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is either saying Breakaway Ray is right, or is saying you, Arizona Raven, are right, or I believe it's saying you are the Queen of Swords. You decide what is right. You point to it and say that's correct. Okay. Anyway, thanks for inviting me to read, Arizona Raven. That was a fun story. Thank you, Tarot World. Thank you, Craft Cards. Way to go, Arizona Raven. Thank you, Tarot World. Okay, I'm ready to switch decks now. You're welcome, Arizona Raven. Thank you. Hey, Danica Crabtree. I appreciate you tuning in. I think you wanted a reading. I'm going to throw cards for you anyway. I'm going to throw the old style deck. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a blank card in this deck. It's going to be so much fun. Let's see if it comes out. All right. Hey, Tarot World, we're switching up cards. Consider this imagery when you send your message to Danica Crabtree. And I feel like the Tarot World just said, don't patronize us, Breakaway Ray. You know we're way ahead of you on this. Okay, so here we go. These cards for Danica Crabtree. We're just going to let the Tarot World do its job. execute your beauty. I'm not going to tell Michael Jordan how to shoot a ball or Dr. J how to dunk. Yo, you go for it, Terra World. Yeah, sure, I'll let you have two. Sweet. Am I going long? First up, have an ace of cups. Your cup runneth over. It's a new life, a new romance, a new love. Congratulations, Danica. The old joke. Should I quit while I'm ahead? No way. The Terra World is not done telling you about your blessings. Here they come. The Nine of Pentacles. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. That includes having time to get some things done that you, not even things that you have to get done, things you wanted to do. You know, there's no time like the present. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Whoa, that's right. This goes along with that same message. It's the World card, okay? No time like the present to no time like the present to use that gift certificate that you've been holding on to and splurging a little bit. Wow. You know what? Sounds like you already have plans to do so. The Two of Wands says you have a good plan. The universe likes your plan. You have the green light. Go. You go, girl. And so, Danica, wow, this is crazy. It's the Queen of Wands again and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Wands, remember, is carpe diem, seize the day, have a zest for life, have a joie de vivre, enjoy yourself. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's time. Wow. All right. Terra World says mandatory vacation, whether it's a 10-minute party or a weekend holiday. Have fun, Danica. Thanks for telling us about your holiday. Thank you, Tarot World. That was outstanding. That's right. Tarot Masters in the house. Let's see who's next. Heavenly Cups. Oh, I feel bad for Heavenly Cups and everybody. Everybody waited so long. Yo, you listened for an hour and 40 minutes and Breakaway Ray hasn't talked about you. Here we go, Heavenly Cups. These cards are for you. Thanks for tuning in. STARCARD Podcast, your place for intercontinental tarot card throwing. These cards are for Heavenly Cups. Heavenly Cups. Oh, great. Any message you have for Heavenly Cups, it's going to be magnificent. These cards are for Heavenly Cups. Magnificent herself. These cards are for Heavenly Cups. Wow. All right, yeah, you win, Tarot World. Here we go, Heavenly Cups. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Dun, 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 dun. You got the blank card. I don't know. It's your blank card. You get to write on it. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. This is definitely interesting. It's the Knight of Swords. Let's read about the Knight of Swords. Where's that book? The Knight of Swords, you are ambitious and excellent at what you do, driven to success and present great leadership qualities. You are ready to jump in and seize the moment. You are a risk taker, exciting, forward-thinking, and adventurous. Just be careful with being impulsive or impatient. It could lead to hasty decisions. You are not afraid to go against the flow. You are like a champion or a warrior charging into battle. The High Priestess. Should we read about the High Priestess also? The High Priestess. You have hidden mysteries, spiritual insight, and divine knowledge. Now is the time to be still, so you can tune into your intuition. You have the opportunity to access the knowledge deep within your soul, you hold the answers to the deep unknowns. Let what is hidden come to the surface. Trust your inner instincts to guide you. Eight of Swords, as much as you can imagine. All right, Heavenly Cups. I know you're already convinced that this message is for you, even the blank card, okay? And in the end, the Seven of Wands and the Temperance card could very well be the signature of whoever's throwing the tarot cards from the spirit world. The Seven of Wands, overcome all challenges through balance. Pace yourself. Do they say that out where you are, Heavenly Cups? Pace yourself. Incredible messages from the tarot world. Thank you so much, tarot world, and thank you for inviting me to read, Heavenly Cups. You just acted like my teacher, right? I learned by reading cards for you. Dude, I cut the shuffle, the Hierophant. I learned. Here I go. Let's give these a toss. You're welcome, Heavenly Cups. Go for it. Okay, let's see who's next. I got Derek Woo Ryder. Cool. Stand by, please. Yeah. Let's move this around like that. Okay. Derek Woo Ryder. The golden deck. Sounds like someone might be interested in going on Amazon and getting it. It's called Gold Foil Tarot. That's not good. Hang on. Okay, there you go. You're welcome. Ugh. All right, but back to Derek's throw. Cool. All right, Derek, Team Woo Rider, let's throw some cards. These cards for Derek. Hi, Desiree, Team Woo Rider. These cards for you guys. Temperance card, Seven of Wands, huh? But these cards are for Derek. All right. Thank you, Tarot World. Hey, Derek, thanks for inviting me to read. This is fun. This is awesome. Who would have thought? I didn't. Hang on. It's like when I pause in a lesson in school and waited for kids to sit properly in their chair before I continue. All right, you guys are all in order over here. You're all paying attention. Let's hear the message about Derek. It's the Six of Swords. You're being guided from rougher waters to calmer waters by a divine hand. Sounds like you're working in concert with the spirit world. A confirmation of this might be the Three of Pentacles card. Let's see what else we got going on. Well, we have the Four of Pentacles card. That dude's in charge of keeping track of those Four of Pentacles, and I wouldn't want to mess with him. He looks pretty ripped. He prizes what shines. He's also holding the purse strings because, oh, well, check that out. I guess the situations are going to change. It's good to be frugal, to save for a rainy day in case, there's a rainy day. So saving for a rainy day, or good thing we saved for a rainy day, or a good thing we had a holiday account. Okay. But that was like also a plan. That was also a plan in the spirit world, and probably something like, you worked on together. The Seven of Cups. There are so many opportunities available now. And you have to watch, not to make a misstep. I'm just going to hold this card here for a minute so you can check it out or get a screenshot. It's kind of weird. There's a third eye thing going on. Oh, you're arranging even more opportunities for this energy that you've been saving up for this transformation. This is very outside the 3D. Whoa. And the Ace of Wands and the World card. The World card says completion, and the Ace of Wands says, there's magic in the air. You get it all done by magic. And at the same time, magic is, working with the spirit world. Okay, cool. You're a Grandmaster, right? Watch out, Dumbledore. Here comes Derek. So anyway, it's the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. And the King of Cups is that empathic leader. He's so powerful. It reminds me of, you might even know about this, Derek. Joseph Powell, The Secret Space. Oh, I'll come upstairs and talk about this. I'm talking about a secret space program experiencer named Joseph Powell, Powell, only because I'm pretty sure Derek knows who I'm talking about. But Derek Powell was talking about an experience he had with his off-planet commander in an off-world life, and they were visiting another planet, and he was on security detail, and he had to protect his commanding officer. So he had weapons, and he was like constantly thinking strategically because that's what he's programmed to do. But his leader was like, all right, you can just relax. Everything's going to be okay. And he didn't carry any weapons or anything because he was so psionic. So anyway, coming back down. Well, that's the deal. You've been saving money or energy or something that's opened up all these opportunities. Now that there's a chance for it, a chance, things are changing, circumstances change, and now's an opportunity for you to make this magic that you've been probably just like kind of put on the back burner in a magical way and waiting for all the energies to align because you already know how it works. You're very psionic. You have a new way of communicating that not everybody recognizes, but for you, it is fun. For you, it's fun. I mean, I know it's a sword in the kid's hand, but it looks like he's flying a kite. And there's like a dinosaur hippogriff thing flying through the sky and a butterfly. How much more fun do you want to have? Cool deal. I hope that was a fun reading. Thanks, Derek, for inviting me to read. All right, let's give these a toss. Right, Derek, look what happened. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Now is the time to act on those things that you planned. Thank you, Tarot World. I feel like we're getting some work accomplished here. Now, let's have fun with Arwen. All right, Arwen, I'm going to switch to the pretty ethereal balloon cards. These cards are for Arwen. Go for it, Tarot World, because we only have 2 more left after this. Oh, wait. Yeah, there was only 2. There's Arwen with your timely emojis in the chat. Thanks, Arwen. Six of Cups. Happy memories. Good to see you here again. The Emperor. You're totally in control. The Nine of Cups. It's a wish come true. You're coming from one good adventure, one accomplishment, and you're ready to start the next one. you're not coming from like a cycles of ups and downs. You're coming from a succession of victories that you're totally in charge of. The Four of Pentacles, and you appreciate the brightness and the joy in your life. Every moment is precious. I really like these cards. Oh. Well, here's a match made in heaven. You have the High Priestess, who we spoke about earlier on. She has magical powers, a connection to the cosmos, and the King of Pentacles, who's, he belongs on the throne with gold chains, and he's a pretty good guy. Also, he didn't make his money in a bad way. He did it in an ethical way. He does belong up there. So I don't know if that's like a partnership of a powerful male and female together, or if both of these qualities are present. I mean, I'm sure about the High Priestess stuff, or you wouldn't be tuning into StarCard. And I know everyone roots you on. We all hope that you have the King of Pentacles in your life now. Maybe that's what you're ready to pursue. You realize, oh, goody, we already got this part done. Now I'm totally in the driver's seat. This is a wish come true. Look out, everybody. I'm the High Priestess. I'm going to make this happen. Have fun, Arwen. Thank you, Tarot World. I like these zippy, zesty messages from the Ethereal Bloom deck. Hilarious. Thank you, Arwen. Cool. You're welcome. All right. So next, well, you know what? I know Kimberly Bamford just tuned in, and I reserve the right as host of the show to alter my programming a little bit. I'm not going to get Kimberly Bamford's name tag out, but I am going to throw 3 cards for Kimberly. My prerogative. And a lot of you are happy about that anyway, because it means more tarot. All right, so let's work together, says the 3 of Pentacles. Here we go. 3 cards, Thursday. A message, please. A potent one filled with delightful punch. Someone spiked that punch. These cards are Kimberly Bamford. Oh, a tropical holiday would be delightful. I said 3 cards. All right, 3 positions. One more, please. Thank you. Thanks for sending a message to Kimberly. Here we go. Oh, gee. Well, this is recognition that there's disappointment in one's life. 5 of Cups. This is the Strength card, which is encouraging you to be strong. And Kimberly, well, the King of Cups is the empathic leader, not just making decisions by reacting, but thinking things through thoughtfully. And the 6 of Pentacles talks about a deliberate exchange of pentacles. So it could be like very 3D, something related to money. I mean, all events in life cost money here on surface planet Earth. People on other planets can't understand that, that we have to pay for a planet that we were born on. Well, that's why we're all tuned into StarCard and trying to watch Breakaway Ray change some things around here on surface planet Earth. So, be strong in the face of disappointment, because in reality, you're going to be okay. The King of Cups has got it under control, okay? And it's all going to be evenly metered out. And anyway, good luck to you, Kimberly. Thanks for tuning in. You're welcome, Kimberly. Whoops. I'm not going to shuffle them in the wrong deck. Hang on. Yeah, cool deal, Kimberly. You are welcome. Phew. I don't even know why I pretend to sigh for relief. There is an intelligence organizing these cards. So we all have friends here. That's right. That's the truth. Me and my fancy card shuffling. Okay, next up. My friend in San Diego. Woo! Let's go to the Robin Wood deck. Why not? Chris crochets a lot. All right, Tarot World. Here we go. We'll check this out. Chris crochets a lot. I was about to shuffle, right? And I cut the cards. And I got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the sensible, practical working parent. And the Empress is like hanging out at grandma's house during the holidays. So there's a warm, rich feeling of gezellig, as they say in the Netherlands, of homey comfort going on. And if you like to crochet, I would love to sit in a chair while you sit on your sofa and crochet, and we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can crochet, I'll throw tarot cards. Anyway, here we go. Chris crochets a lot. Let's finish a message for you. Chris crochets a lot. Oh my, I think I just exceeded my own record for time on StarCard Podcasts. Hey, come on, Breakaway Ray. You gotta do a better job of editing what goes on a teleprompter. All right, but the tarot world, yeah, you have the floor. These cards for Chris crochets a lot. The tarot world's way ahead of me. Here we go. Chris crochets a lot. Oh, hang on, I want to adjust the light. That's better, I think. Chris crochets a lot. Again, the Six of Pentacles shows up. Giving and receiving, getting paid, exchange, negotiation. Eight of Cups, and then you walk away. Here is your receipt. 10 of Wands, the hard work is over. All the hard work is over. Now you can enjoy your backyard. All the renovations are done. 2 of Cups, you can have a drink with your friend. It's a partnership. It's communication between two people. So let's try that again. Giving and receiving, walking away after all the work is done, and now you can enjoy life on the patio. Okay, all right. And then to close, Chris, the Tower card and the 7 of Cups makes me wonder, as long as we're talking about home renovations, it's like you just renovated the backyard and you're sitting down and having a drink, okay? And then you're thinking to yourself, what part of the house can we destroy next? Anyway, have fun down there in San Diego. Chris crochets a lot. Thanks for tuning in and inviting me to read. All right. Here we go, Tarot World. One final reading. I wonder which deck. Ooh. Okay. Old style. And yeah, here we go, Lisa Talcott. Or, if you like, Lisa Tailcat. All right. Here you go, Tarot World. Here's your chance to shoot off fireworks for your final encore. These cards are for Lisa. Thanks for helping me out today, Tarot World. Such excellent wisdom, wonderful reflections, thoughtful coaching and encouragement. These cards are for Lisa. Go get them, Lisa. First up, it's the Knight of Pentacles. You've been selected for the role because you have the best resume. Nobody has all the skills and abilities and experience that you have. So, 9 of Wands, we were just talking about experience. You know what the dynamics of the theater are. You've been there before. You may or may not be new to the game, but the fact is you know how to play the game. Wow. The Lovers card suggested maybe we're talking about how to play the romance game. I don't know. I don't really like going there. But I like digging the idea of the Lovers card representing cosmic love. So How different is cosmic love from the love you have shared with people in your family and your friends? How different is it? We treat the cosmic world, the spirit world, just like another member of our family. So, the Four of Pentacles, prize what shines, save for a rainy day. The Death card, endings, beginnings, and transformations. And the Seven of Cups, opportunities. You've saved up for this transformation, and now all the opportunities are unfolding for you. Congratulations, Lisa. Here's the end of your message. Yay. The Ace of Swords says there's a whole lot of truth to what you just made note of in your notebook, including the Six of Cups, which you're probably going to read up about, but talks about intergenerational cooperation, experienced people helping less experienced people. Six of Cups are happy memories. This is about memories and thriving on interpersonal energies, not so much pentacles. But you know what? People survive on sunlight. People survive on all kinds of thoughts that inspire them. Whatever works for you, you have to prize what shines. Whoa. Right. Hang on. Let's adjust the lights and change perspective here at StarCard Podcast Theater. I want to thank the Tarot World for sending all those inspiring messages to our friends who tuned in today. I want to thank the Tarot World for all the wisdom that it shared. It was great that you're able to send such charismatic messages. Really want to say there's a persona out there, an admirable one, like an esteemed professor, kind of sharing a point of view that helps us all raise our perspective a little bit. Anyway, thanks a lot, Tarot World. You guys write a great script. Thanks to everyone who tuned in today. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the recording, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for subscribing. Oh yeah, I wanted to get more likes for this video because of the Tarot World's performance today. I know Tarot World brings it every day, but if you haven't given it a thumbs up, I appreciate it on this occasion, right? I don't like normally say all that. I like keeping the views in the double digits. Okay. I want to fly under the radar. So, but anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot. I hope it was a lot of fun for you. You made my day. Now get out there and make your own day. Okay. My name is Breakaway Ray. We'll see you next time on StarCard Podcast. All right. Sweet. Have a good one, everybody. Sweet.